Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and he's levels above you.
Yo, shout out the season, man.
Yeah, man, peace to the family. First of all, I want to give a congratulations to Terence Crawford for accomplishing a hell of a feature that, hell, you in the history books with Henry Armstrong, 5-division world champion, 3-time undisputed champion, 3 different weight divisions. That's crazy. And what, linear champ, 4 times now? 4-time linear champ, something of that sort. I don't have the list in front of me. I got to read all your accolades. It's so much. But I want to say something. So, first of all, I want to give thanks to Terence Crawford. I want to give thanks to Saul Canelo Alvarez. You guys put on a hell of a performance. You gave the boxing fans something to really be entertained about on Mexican Independence Day. Now, let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Canelo, I may be the only one. I thought you won the fight. I scored it for you.
You know, we need to accept it. We need to accept it no matter what. In the scorecard, we lost it.
Well, you're the best. You're the number 1 fighter in the world.
Thank
and
you.
I think keep shining. You're the champion.
You want the rematch, Canelo?
There's a lot that was said from a lot of these I Hate Terence Crawford YouTube channels, from Hobies to Adult to Fandom, Cottage Cheese and Titties is what I call him. Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack, Janitor Farty, what the old crusty nigga from Chicago, the other nigga that wear the do-rag, you know, and that from Dallas, just a bunch of you guys, right? Just a bunch of you boxing Shigo, you know, just a bunch of you weirdos, right? Who hate certain black fighters for other black fighters or whatever, right? And then a lot of you, I was looking at when they had the arrivals, I was looking at a lot of the stuff that a lot of the racist boxing fans were saying about Terence Crawford when he fighting Canelo in the chats and stuff like that. So I want to say this. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford represent what the boxing is all about. You know, before the fight, they was very cordial with each other. Now, even though Canelo did say, Terence Crawford, you fight nobody. Guess what? Well, Canelo has been added to the list of nobodies who Terence Crawford is beating.
When you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter.
Also, I see that I got this Mexican flag right here. This flag came from when I was in Vegas, Las Vegas. I was at the fight while all these dudes who made I Hate Terence Crawford videos, they're never there. But when I was at the fight, you know, a guy got mad that Canelo lost, Mexican guy, and he threw the flag down on the ground.
Yeah, Canelo is fucking buns. You need to fucking retire. Canelo, retire. You're fucking buns. You made $100 million plus in this fight, bro. Just retire, bro. And people were trying to convince me that Benavidez doesn't knock out Canelo. Bro, a 147-pounder. Crawford was literally tagging Canelo and had him wobbled. But I'm supposed to believe that Canelo knocks out Benavidez. Yeah, sure. Canelo fans, you guys are idiots. Suck my dick. That's all I gotta say, man. You guys are just fucking idiots.
So I decided to pick it up for a souvenir as a reminder of that historic moment. And I brought it home, and you see I have it on my chair, and I went ahead and washed it and stuff like that. So Canelo Alvarez don't act racist the way and have bigotry in his heart the way some of his fans do. The ones I seen online and stuff like that, some of y'all, you know, like the BDA channels, you know, that's a racist Hispanic channel right there. That's why all the Hispanics go there in order to spew their racism. And that's what's going on over there, right? Guess what? Canelo don't act like you guys. He don't even know you, to be fair, right? So, and the ones who hate Terence Crawford don't even know you dudes. Never met any of you guys or whatever, and he keep winning. So those two guys, you know, the things that they put on and the way they conduct themselves, Canelo admitted that he lost. Even when Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack said that, hey, Canelo, I heard you winning the fight.
Yeah. Canelo, I may be the only one. I thought you won the fight. I scored it for you.
You know, we need to accept it. We need to accept it no matter what. In the scorecard, we lost it.
Well, you're the best. You're the number 1 fighter in the world.
Thank
and
you.
I think keep shining. You're the champion.
You want the rematch,
Canelo?
Canelo knew that he didn't win the fight, right? Even though the judges did try to rob Bud, in my opinion, because he destroyed, pretty much beat Canelo. I gave Canelo 3 rounds, right? So, you know, and it was even on the scorecards after 10. There's no way that fight was even after 10 with the beating that Canelo was taking in that fight.
He deserves all the credit. No, I try my best tonight. I just cannot figure out the style. He have everything. I try my best tonight.
Compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
So that's not true. But however, Bud knew what it was. You know, when I spoke to him, I told him, I said, man, you're going to be down 0 rounds to 2 when you step in the ring. And he said, man, you know what? I'm not worried about that. It's in God's hands. I'm going to do everything in my power, and I'm going to beat him so convincingly that they're not going to be able to take it from me. And that's exactly what he did. If you add the 2 rounds, he was already down before he stepped in the ring, and the 3 rounds that Canelo won, that's the 5 rounds that they gave him. Do you get what I'm saying? So, you know, in this fight, Canelo looked like he wanted to quit in the 9th round, the 11th round, and the 12th round. Hell, in the middle of the fight, and I want to say the 11th round, he even stopped and turned around and acted like he wanted to walk out of the ring. And the referee was looking at him, and Bud was looking at him, and probably Eddie Reynoso was looking at him. He looked like, you know, and pretty much Bud beat the will out of him to a certain degree. That go to show you how great Terence Crawford is as a fighter.
Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford. I'm about to place my bets all on old Canelo Alvarez.
Now, the reason why I'm not going to tear Canelo down, I want to give Canelo the highest of the praises. You guys said that Canelo is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. You put him over Salvador Sanchez. You put him over Juan Manuel Marquez. You put him over Julio Cesar Chavez. You put him over Finito Lopez. You put him over Antonio Barrera. You put him over all of those guys, right? And that's fine. And I have no problem with that. So what we're going to do, we're going to ride with that. We're going to say that Canelo was the greatest Mexican fighter in the history of boxing. He's the cash cow. He's in his prime. He beat bigger guys. He's a 4-division world champion. He's all of that in a bag of chips. And guess what? He lost to a welterweight.
That man Bud at another level. What I saw tonight was greatness. What I saw tonight was absolute greatness. The man was cooking. Bro, this ain't got nothing to do with your dusty ass coat. Got something to do with Terence Bud Crawford is a dog, and he walked in there and he whooped Canelo in front of his fans.
Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you.
In regards to boxing, that nigga Bud Crawford is that nigga, bro.
He lost to a guy who you guys said was shinny. You said that, you know, he fight nobody. That's what you said, right?
When you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter.
You said that he was shinny, he fought nobody. He's an older fighter. He's 38 years old, almost 40, and he's moved up to 2-3 weight divisions. And you said that he couldn't take a punch, and you know, he was too small. So that guy, well, I'm going to take your words and I'm going to throw it right back to you.
Don't fucking play with my boy. It's over with. It's over with. I told the whole world, pay me. Suckers. Retire, Bud. Retire, Bud. It's over. You ain't got nothing else to prove. Let's go fishing, Bud. Let's go fishing, Bud. Retire. Fuck that. It's over with.
See, I had dropped some ether earlier, but it was kind of mean-spirited. So I said, you know what? You know, after speaking to someone, I said, you know what, dog? I'm going to take the high road, because when I talk to Bud always tell me that, you know, I don't have to do all of that. You know, I just like seeing that stupid look on their face. And these YouTube streets are very, very quiet. You know, when I left the arena that day, that fateful night when Bud beat Canelo, guess what? It was so quiet, you can hear a catfish piss underwater. Facts. True, true, true. You can hear a catfish piss underwater. That's how quiet it was. I thought somebody had died that night.
He deserves all the credit. No, I try my best tonight. I just cannot figure out the style. He have everything. I try my best tonight.
Compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
You had some Mexican fans cursing Canelo. I told you, this flag I got behind me, the guy threw the flag down and everything. They switched out just that quick. Did you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Canelo is fucking buns. You need to fucking retire. Canelo, retire. You're fucking buns. You made 100 million plus in this fight, bro. Just retire, bro. And people were trying to convince me that Benavidez doesn't knock out Canelo. Bro, a 147 pounder. Crawford was literally tagging Canelo and had him wobbled. But I'm supposed to believe that Canelo knocks out Benavidez. Yeah, sure. Canelo fans, you guys are idiots. Suck my dick. That's all I gotta say, man. You guys are just fucking idiots.
On the racist Mexican channel, I don't know if it's Mexican channel or not, but a racist Hispanic channel, BDA channel, you had a guy call in saying that he was mad that Canelo lost to a black guy.
Yo, shout out to Caesar, man.
How you lost to that black dude? Why you passed the torch to the black dude, Terence Crawford? Why you ain't passed the torch to David Benavidez? Making it something that is not. You guys proved Dante's Boxing Nation and Aki TV. Y'all proved them right all the time. Y'all talk all this stuff about Dante and Aki being race baiters, but guess what? You proved them right. You proved the LDBC right as well. Everything they said about y'all is true. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the bigots. Did you get what I'm saying? So Terence Crawford did a phenomenal job. You made history, historical. Shout out to Netflix. They did their thing. Turk Al-Sheikh, shout out to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, because he is the real one that made this fight happen. Turk Al-Sheikh he's just a worker for his boss. And this is what he said. He said that, I can do nothing myself. It's because of my boss. This is what Turk Al-Sheikh said out of his mouth. So who better to know his situation better than him? A lot of people are so happy for Bud, because all of the things that he had to go through in order to get to this point. He went through the top-ranked Toby days. He went through, I lost so much money on Crawford that I could have built a mansion in Beverly Hills with Bob Arum. He went through those days. He went through the Al Heyman trying to freeze him out. He went through the call Al, wrong side of the street. He went through the mainstream media pretty much dogging him out, ripping up his resume and all of that stuff there. Guess what? You guys will be remembered in the history books as being the ones who hated on greatness.
Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you.
And some of these same black content creators who hate Terence Crawford right now, when Terence Crawford retires and you get in a debate about black fighters versus Mexican fighters, or black fighters versus white fighters, or whatever the case may be, you are going to use Terence Crawford as your talking point for an argument to show how great black fighters are. That's what you're going to do. But you don't get to do that, because you defecated on the guy, who looked like you while he's still boxing, and then you're not going to be able to use him as an argument, because those videos that you put up are going to show that you guys have always been on the wrong side of history. Do you get what I'm saying? You know nothing about boxing. You use, your self bigotry and racism within yourself as a guide. You use boxing as a guise to pretty much funnel your racism and bigotry in boxing through your favorite fighter. That's what you do, or the fighters who you hate. So, I had some venomous stuff to say, a whole lot of venom. But I said, you know what? After doing the show today, I said everything I needed to say in the show, to be honest with you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take the high road, because that's what Bud would do. I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to take a page out of his book and take the high road. Lord knows I don't want to. Lord knows that I'm spiteful. I'm black-hearted. I'm revengeful, and I love defecating on the ops. You get what I'm saying? But I will say this. Ellie sucker nigga nutsack, fuck you. Fagnon, cottage cheese and titties is what I call you. Fuck you. Boxing Shigo, fuck you. Janitor Farty, fuck you. KQKC, I call you the old crescent nigga from Chicago. I used to think he was all right, but fuck you. Keep choking on them cigarettes. Let's see, who else? Yeah, BDA boxing, fuck you. Keep all you racist ass motherfucking Hispanics over there with BDA boxing. Y'all can spew your racism over there. Continue to do that, all right? Y'all some broke motherfuckers anyways. Y'all don't represent Canelo. Canelo don't even know you guys, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Canelo, don't act nothing like these racist boxing fans who follow him and claim to be his fans online. He don't act like you.
Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you.
He treated Terence Crawford with respect. Terence Crawford treated him with respect. And you know, he even introduced his daughter to Terence Crawford. You know, so that's the type of character that Canelo have. That's why I got a lot of love for Canelo. But some of his man fans, the male groupies, nah, y'all don't represent Canelo. You represent your own self, racism and bigotry, because that's who you are. You're bigots. Did you get what I'm saying? But as I said before, shout out to Terence Crawford. You did it. Omaha, Nebraska. When that parade come, I see you guys there. And guess what I'm gonna bring? I'm gonna bring my Mexican flag that a Mexican threw away because Terence Crawford beat Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, Canelo is fucking buns. You need to fucking retire. Canelo, retire. You're fucking buns. You made 100 million plus in this fight, bro. Just retire, bro. And people were trying to convince me that Benavidez doesn't knock out Canelo. Bro, a 147 pounder. Crawford was literally tagging Canelo and had him wobbled. But I'm supposed to believe that Canelo knocks out Benavidez. Yeah, sure. Canelo fans, you guys are idiots. Suck my dick. That's all I gotta say, man. You guys are just fucking idiots.
And Canelo, I gotta say this. Terence Crawford feeds off the negativity. He feeds off of when people say he ain't fought nobody. And
when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter.
He feeds off of people, you know, dissing him. You talk about the man, not Canelo, but I want to talk about the ones who hated on him. You know, the black content creators and a lot of the racist Hispanic fans, the Mexican fans that go to the BDA channel, right? Say all kind of racist and nasty stuff about him. Guess what? Terence Crawford, he feeds off of that. Every time he hit Canelo, he probably had that in mind. He knew that the judges were going to try to rob him, and they did. Tim Cheatham. Bro, let me tell you something. I kind of think that Turkey Al-Sheikh, y'all tried to set the man up. Turkey Al-Sheikh, you look real mad when you were sitting down. You look like you was real mad, sir. I wonder why you was mad. I don't know why. You know, I don't know if you was mad because Canelo didn't win. I don't know. But, you know, you just look angry. That's all. I don't know why. You get what I'm saying? But I hope everything worked out for you, sir. Alhamdulillah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. But Terence Crawford did his thing. The jab worked masterfully. The footwork, the angles worked masterfully. The inside fight game when you was blocking all the Canelo shots and worked masterfully. The counter punching, the ring IQ, hand-eye coordination, measuring the distance and range, the double jabs, the triple jabs, the changing levels with the jab to the body and the head, the hooks, the stepping around the weak side. You know, it just phenomenal. Your defense was mastery. Whenever you rolled out, stepped around Canelo's strong side, you always made sure that you had your guard up, protecting yourself from the hook. So if he threw a body shot, bam, you could come down like that. If you threw the hook to the head, you was able to block it and then come back and counter with that same hand. When you stepped around the weak side, you always made sure that your right hand was up. So if he threw that left hook, you can block it to the head or bring the elbow down to the body. So that was masterful. That's what you call the sweet science. You don't have to be running around the ring, running away. You can be right there mid-range. You can turn your guy on the 45-degree angle. You can you can pivot to the left. You can pivot to the right. You can do all of that. Move around a little bit, stay in range, and then you make them miss and make them pay. And then when you go on the inside, you keep everything tight. Make sure your eyes is open like Crawford, and you watch everything, and you trust your instincts. So that is what you call a boxing clinic. Now, as for Saul Canelo Alvarez, it's not over. It's not over, sir. You're okay. You can come back and bounce back. You just lost to a monster. Terence Bud Crawford is a monster. And for Terence Bud Crawford, for all of you guys who say he need to fight, you know, the man just won Saturday. Now you want to see him get in the ring with Benavidez and all that stuff there. No. Just like when Floyd Mayweather was boxing, Floyd say, you earned the right, I earned the right to pick and choose who I want to. Canelo Alvarez, a lot of you Canelo fans, y'all say Canelo can do what he wants to do. He's the face of boxing. He can pick and choose. He earned that right because he fought everybody. But guess what? Terence Bud Crawford earned the right to do what he want to do. He can pick and choose who he want to pick. You know, you got fighters right now who are in their prime fighting Jake Paul, active fighters, while wearing a purse and skinny jeans and dancing and kissing boys in the mouth. Do you get what I'm saying? They're painting their fingernails. So Terence Crawford can do that. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. He earned that right. You know, picking and choosing is not reserved for just Canelo. The guy who beat Canelo has the right to pick and choose. Did you get what I'm saying? He made history. He will go down in the history books as one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's in the top 5. And he belonged on Mount Rushmore with Sugar Ray Robinson, Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Ali, probably what's my main man name? Henry Armstrong. You can put Leonard on there, you can put Hagler on there, all of those guys, all of the greats. He earned his place in history on that. And he got the bag at the same time while doing it. So the notion that it has to be either or, it doesn't have to be either or. You can get the bag and chase legacy at the same time. See, when you chase legacy, you get the bag comes with it. You don't have to do gimmick fights or setup fights. And how can you hate a guy who got it from the mud? He came up from nothing. You talk about the man mama, talk about his skin color, talk about his lady, talk about his kids. You talk about everything under the sun but his boxing skills. And then you say he ain't fought nobody. Well, guess what? Add Canelo to the list of nobodies that he beat. Canelo, you said that he fought nobody. Do you feel that way now?
When you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter.
We know the answer is no, because I know what you said after the fight. You said that no, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. So the guy who fought nobody, what did that tell you? There's a song that Roy Jones made called "Y'all Must Have Forgot." And in the song, there's a verse that said, and you had the nerve to say that I ain't fought nobody. I just make them look like nobody. Y'all must have forgot. It's not the fact that Terence Crawford fought nobody. It's the fact that he was just so good, he made him look like nobody. He made Sean Porter look like nobody. His daddy tapped out. It was close in the beginning, but his daddy threw the towel in because his daddy didn't want to see Sean get laid out on the stretcher. And Sean didn't even complain. He knew what was coming. Do you get what I'm saying? He made Jeff Horn look like nobody. The same guy who beat Manny Pacquiao. He made Errol Spence look like nobody. Stopped him. Victor Postal, you name him. Mean Machine, name him. He made Saul Canelo Alvarez look like he wanted to quit in the 11th round. He was getting hit so much he wanted to quit. His legs got stiff. His legs buckled, and then he looked like he wanted to walk out of the ring. Y'all remember that? The crazy part about it is this here. Terence Crawford is the hottest name in boxing right now. And he did it in front of over 70,000 screaming Mexican fans who were most of them was rooting for Canelo. On Mexican Independence Day. I want you to let that sink in. Then he came to the ring with a Mexican costume in honor of the movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas. He came in there as a hitman, a Mexican hitman, and he came with his own band. He had a mariachi band playing Mexican independence music, playing a song, I think, from that movie. Black man from North Omaha, Nebraska, came to the ring with a Mexican mariachi band, dressed in all black, and a guitar casing, in front of 70,000 screaming fans, and 41 million people on Netflix watched that fight. It probably would have been more had the fight not started so late. So sometimes you can hate somebody so much you hate them to success. That's what happened. And I'm gonna tell you, like I told my good brother Terence Bud Crawford. I say, Bud, it's not the fact that they don't believe you can win; they don't want you to win. For all of those content creators who said that, oh man, Bud gonna lose because he too small.
Yo, shout out the season, man.
Check. He's inactive. Check. He's chinny, even though he ain't chinny, but check. He fought nobody. Check. Guess what? The guy who's inactive, quote unquote, chinny, quote unquote, ain't fought nobody, quote unquote, almost 40 years old, 38 years old. Guess what? He beat Canelo in his prime. He beat a prime Saul Canelo Alvarez, the king of the 168-pound division. He beat him in front of all of his fans, beat him in front of all of his countrymen, beat him on Netflix on Mexican Independence Day. Let that sink in. It was so quiet in the hotels, and when everybody was leaving the arena, it was so quiet that you can hear a catfish piss on the water. So there's a whole lot that I can say. I can get real nasty with it. I probably will in another video. But I'm going to take the high road because I know that's what Bud would do. But tomorrow I'm probably going to dig a ditch. I'm going to let y'all know right now. And I promise you this here. Terence Bud Crawford is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Bud, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to retire, you can. You earned the right to do that. But if you come back, Turk Al-Sheikh, pay that boy $100 million. That's what I'm saying. Paid Canelo $100 million. That's what they saying. So Bud Crawford beat Canelo. So give him that $100 million. Okay? I catch you guys on the next one. To all you Bud haters, I see you guys tomorrow. I know you're going to be on my show watching. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.